If you'd like to see more Hanja videos like these, please make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments below. The point of these videos isn't to master how to read or write these characters. That's usually not necessary, especially knowing how to write them. But the important thing is to be able to recognize their sounds and their meanings because they appear in a lot of words. And the one we're going to be learning today is yang or liang, depending on where it is in a word. At the very beginning of a word or by itself, it's going to be yang, and in the middle of a word, it's going to be liang. Now, this one means to count, as in to count the quantity of something or to count the weight of something. And it no longer looks like this anymore, but originally it would have been a drawing of a funnel on top of a bundle that would have been filled up with some kind of grain. So like you're counting how much grain you're pouring into a bundle. And it's used to mean the quantity or the amount of something. And in fact, this word all by itself, yang, is used to mean the quantity or amount of something. So there's a very common mistake that I've seen many beginners make. And that's when they get their food at a restaurant and it comes out and it's a lot of food, right? So they express something like this, 음식이 많아요. There is a lot of food, but it doesn't mean that they have a lot of food in front of them. It doesn't mean their portion's big. It simply means there's just a lot of food on the table. 음식이 많아요. There are lots of kinds of food here. Instead, what you want to say is not this. You want to use the word 양. And then you can say 많다. Literally, there is a lot of quantity or a lot of amount. 양이 너무 많아요. There's too much food. Like I couldn't possibly eat this. 양이 너무 많아요. Or maybe the opposite. Maybe you go to a really fancy restaurant and they give you a plate that has like 3 peas and a slice of cheese on it or something. And you want to say, it's too small. There's nothing here. Well, then you use the opposite of 많다, which is 적다. 양이 적어요. It's not a lot of food. So let's look at a few more common places you'll see this character. The first word we have is 수량. 수 meaning a number and 량 meaning a quantity. So this would be quantity, the actual number of something that you have. So just like before, you can use 많다 or 적다 to say that there's a high quantity or a low quantity of something. Here's an example sentence. 수량이 맞는지 확인하세요. So check if the quantity is correct. So you've ordered something and you're opening up the box and you want to check if the right number of items was sent to you. 수량이 맞는지 확인하세요. The next one we have is 분량. Now this is pronounced according to sound change rules as 분량. And this one has 분, which means a portion of something. So literally the portion amount. So this is how you translate the amount of something. So not the number of how many there are, but just the overall amount of something. So you could say something like 분량이 적어요. So there's not very much of whatever it is. Now this wouldn't be used for just a lot of food in general, but if you're counting something, right? Remember the meaning is counting. You're counting something and there's not a lot of it. Not as in quantity number, but as in amount of something. 분량이 적어요. There's not a lot of it. And the final one is 용량, pronounced as 용량, according to sound change rules. This one is 용 for the shape or the form of something and 량 for the quantity or the amount, and it means the volume of something or something's capacity. How much can something hold? 용량이 큰 냉장고. So a high capacity or a high volume refrigerator. So this would be a really big refrigerator. You could use it for a hard drive's capacity. So where have you seen this character used before? Let me know in the comments below if there are any other cool ways to use it that you know. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again in the next episode. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.